Hello, 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 chatters! Welcome to the stream. My name is Quimby, and today we are going to be playing Minecraft. I'd like to extend a big congratulations to Corvigay for getting the first channel points award. Very cool, very pog, and thank you ever so much for the resub. Good morning, Gamer Nation. Wow, I don't think CandyBot responds to in-sub messages, but I'll do CandyBot. Gamer Nation morning good or something is what they say. Alright, well, Droplet, hi. 447. My daylight savings time is this Sunday. When you put your clock back with me? Yeah, I put my clock back on this Sunday. So it looks like you guys have already had daylight saving time. So there's just this week where it's off for both of us. So hello everyone, it's lovely to be here. I hope you're having a fantastic time. Oh yeah, it do be like that. Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to see you all. I hope you're having a good time of it. I'm feeling solid today. I'm having a good time. I'm hoping to get some stuff done today. Oh, chatters. Okay, so I'm gonna say it now, and then I'll remind you guys at the end of the stream. I might be gone tomorrow, but I'll probably No, okay. I might be gone tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment that's like an hour away, and I don't know for sure if I'm gonna make it back in time. I will keep you guys updated on what things are looking for me time-wise in the moment, but just, yeah, keep an eye out for that. And then there's a possibility that I won't be here Friday, but thinking over my schedule, I don't think that's likely. I think I'll probably be here. But I'll let you guys know if that changes. Yeah, it's nothing serious. Let it be known. It's a routine visit. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not dying or anything. We're doing fine. It's nothing to be concerned about. Oh, and Moondropper, thank you for the Rickroll. Very cool. Get that marked when we change the scene. Me when Rick Astley's never gonna give you up. It's pretty epic. I like that song quite a bit. Yesterday in improv, we were playing a game where we were making puns, and I made the pun Brick Astley, and I thought that one was really clever. Anyway, I've got a playlist of what's supposed to be video game crime jazz pulled up. I don't know how much this is gonna be the vibe, but we'll give it a shot, you know, we'll give it an attempt. I'm gonna change the scene 3, 2, 1, and bop. I mean, I would hope the computer wouldn't die. That would be, it would be really upsettingly sad if I just keeled over and died. That would be poor programming at the very least. Oh, concerning, okay. So yeah, no, we'll see how video game crime jazz goes. We are out here at the Copper Cube. I've got some copper on hand. We're putting copper out, and that's how it's working today. How are you all doing, chat? I hope that life is treating you all kindly today, and that you're having a good day so far. I mentioned earlier, I'm having a pretty solid day so far. I'm having a nice time. Stayed up a little late last night, but that's okay. My sleep schedule is a mess no matter what I do. So don't worry about it. Ooh. Crime Jazz might actually be popping off. This is kind of fun. It adds a certain air to just continually jumping and placing copper. I might turn it down a little bit. It might be a little too loud. I might check that with you guys. Is music a good volume, or is it a little loud? Because I could see it several ways. This cube's starting to look full. I know, right? We're like for sure over halfway at this point. It's a good time. Seems to be something of people not having good sleep schedules. Yeah. I mean, it really just do be that way sometimes. Is kind of where I'm at in my life, you know. It's like the call of the void sometimes with it being late. Is I'll be like, man, I should probably you know, get to bed on time, and then the hours pass, and then oh boy. Let's properly. And then oh boy. And then the hours really do be passing. And then it's late. And it's like, ah, rip. I just think that there should be like 7 hours between 10 p.m. and midnight. Is kind of where I'm at. My opinion doesn't matter music wise since I can't just tune out, or I'm vibing too much. So you know what? Sure. All right. I'll take that as an answer then. That sounds like fine. As long as it's not interfering with your ability to either tune it out or just jam to it, then I think we're doing pretty solid. This is a lot of copper. Chat, I still have like at least 10 shulker boxes full of this stuff. We'll do a count when I go down for more, which is gonna be pretty soon. I'm almost out. But my goodness gracious me, we're gonna get just about as much of this out as we can today. And yeah, hopefully we make a good time on this so that I can go talk to my girlfriend soon. Chat, we're gonna talk to my girlfriend after this. It's gonna be great. I'm so thrilled for it, honestly. It's gonna be a long stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna go until we're done with it, but definitely I don't really have anything after this, so I might make a bit of a push. You know, just for kicks and giggles. Oh, 9! It's just 9. Chat, just 9 boxes. That's 9 times 27, which is 180 plus 63. 180 plus 63 is 243. That's only 243 stacks of blocks plus whatever I had on hand before. That's not that much. Progression? We are progressing. Honestly, straight up with that, we might get done today. Like, I don't wanna say, yeah, definitely for sure it's gonna happen. Because honestly, who knows what the future brings? Who can say where the road goes? Who can say? Not me, certainly. But that's not that much. That's only 243 plus whatever I had in my from the last box. I'll call that a cool like 15 just for estimation's sake. 15 actually might be high. Let's say like 12. That would be like 255. That's not that many. It's not that many is all I'm saying. And then I think we figured out yesterday that I have room for 19 stacks of blocks in my inventory. So that's like what? Like 10, 12-ish trips of full inventories. That's not that many. Since I did not expect a musical breakthrough right there. I just think we get a bit silly with it. By musical breakthrough, are we talking about the Who Can Say Where the Road Goes? I've never actually heard that song. I've never sought out and listened to that song. I just know it from memes and stuff. Gosh, that one's not supposed to be done yet. Okay. Who can say where the road goes? Where the something far above. Oh, and Candymot wants me to drink some water, and also, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to do a little starting stretch. I'm gonna drink some water. Something like a lot for human. Luckily, you're not human. Luckily, I'm not human. And we don't need to worry about that. All right, we're doing just a quick little stand. I'm doing a little dance move where I'm doing that dance move where you like bend one knee and one hand and a fist forward with it, and then you switch to the other hip. I don't know if that makes any sense. What dance move I was doing there? It's like a 50s style dance move is what I was doing. And it gets blood in legs. I like blood in legs. Big fan personally. Big enjoyer of the concept there. Yeah, let's keep placing this kappa. Hey, Kappa, what you got going on there? Hey, Kappa, what you doing out there? What you doing in the cube, Kappa? Oh my gosh, I keep placing. What? My goodness gracious me, we get a bit silly with it. We just simply get a bit silly with it. I don't know what to tell you. We're making good time. Look, I've already used a couple stacks of blocks from this latest trip out. That's a good sign for being able to speed run all of this. It's a good sign. Oh gosh, I still don't have my costume in order. Well, I might be making a trip out to a thrift store today. Maybe that's what I'll do after stream. To quickly put something together. That's yep. Okay, so fun story about these stats. You're doing good time in jail. I am doing good time. We're zooming. So I think I've mentioned here before that my planned costume is currently Kuzco from The Emperor's New Groove. Now there's a funny story about Kuzco from The Emperor's New Groove that I feel is relevant to why I think it's so funny to be him for Halloween. So back in improv, we have a game that we call Thunderdome, where everyone gets in a circle and we start chanting like Thunderdome, 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 you know, on that, put a blanket over yourself and boom, ghost. So true. Sheet ghost moment. But yeah, so there's this game Thunderdome. It's really fun. Oh wait, so we're in a circle chanting Thunderdome. That's not the end of the game. And then there's one person in the middle, who is like winning kind of. But as we're chanting, someone can enter the circle and challenge that person with a category and then name something from that category. So let's say that someone was in the middle and I wanted to challenge them, and I approach and I say something like types of bread, and then I would say whole wheat or something, you know, something from the category, and then we take turns saying something from the category until one of us either repeats, messes up, can't think of something, whatever. And then whoever loses goes back out of the circle, whoever wins stays in the circle, and this goes until, you know, it goes until we're done. I want to be in the middle. It's really fun. I quite enjoyed the game Thunderdome. Recently I've been playing, like, I play with the improv kids, and I've started pulling out like obscure scientific names for animals and plants and stuff, because I know a lot about taxonomy these days and the phylogenetic trees. So I'll hop in and I'll be like Cucurbitaceae, melon, and they're like, whoa, and they have to try and match me just based off of vibes, and then they'll say something. I'll be like, ooh, I'm so sorry, that is not a solanum, and we get a bit silly with it. Gee, that reminds me of the version of Splat we played. We added categories to it. Nice. Love to add categories to things. Okay, we're back on track. Oh, things got a bit dicey there for a second, but we're back on track. That's such a Quimby move, isn't it? Isn't it just? Listen, if I have all of this obscure phylogeny knowledge, I may as well use it. So Thunderdome. Real fun game, good time, big enjoyer of Thunderdome, just in general. Look at this, we're doing so good with it. Oh my gosh, sorry. Cube moment. But back when I used to play it when I was younger, there's a classic move that people would do where they'd say Kuzco when the category was Disney princesses. So someone would come in on the Thunderdome and they'd be like, Disney princesses, Kuzco. And it was just just a thing that would happen like every time we played Thunderdome. But I think that this is relevant information for us in context of my Halloween costume, to let you guys know that I am in fact planning to be a Disney princess for Halloween. Because oh gosh, I don't remember what exactly the criteria was for Disney princesses, but there's a whole argument about it one day, and someone definitively proved that according to the definition that we had been using for Disney princesses, that Kuzco counted. So and then it just became a thing. So that's my plan. I have no clue who Kuzco is, but yes. Have you ever seen The Emperor's New Groove? Staircase to Copper Heaven? Oh my gosh, I'm building a staircase to heaven. Whoa, this is just like the hit band, Led Zeppelin. Whoa, chat, this is crazy. Chat, kind of wildin' out here. Stairway to Heaven, a good song. Big fan. Actually, I really enjoy that. Oh my gosh, did I drink water when CandyBot told me to? I don't remember if I drank water. I've never heard. You never heard of The Emperor's New Groove? Freddie, hi! Thank you for the absolutely nothing, the absolutely nothing, and the absolutely nothing. That's very kind of you. I'm going to drink some water. Because I don't remember if I did it when CandyBot told me to. And Friend, thank you for the not first. I love that movie. It's such a good movie. Moondrop, I genuinely can't believe that you haven't heard of it. It's about a guy who gets turned into a llama. It's really fun. And production on that thing was insane. There was no actual script. They got real silly with it. It's look up the story of the Emperor's New Groove production at some point if you haven't heard about it. It's really funny. Dude, I've never heard of that movie in my entire life. That's so crazy, genuinely. Yeah, hi Freddie, hi Friend. Incredibly silly. It's so silly. They said, well, but what if we just get a bit silly with it? What if we just didn't have a script? What if we just have our performers kind of improv through their lines, and then there's also a trampoline salesman. True story. There was a trampoline salesman. In case you were worried, the trampoline salesman is real. They keep doing that. Sorry. We get so silly with it sometimes. We just get entirely too silly, and I don't think that's my fault. I don't think it's my fault that we get so silly with it. I can't help it, honestly. I think, sorry, rip to everyone else. We stay silly out here. All I'm saying is we're making good time on copper usage. Alana, he's supposed to be dead! That you wish you were me. Mirren, I won't deny the call of the Chicky Nuggies. Chicky Nuggies are they're real good. I might have to, I may have to explore my options for Chicky Nuggies after this. Because genuinely, it sounds real nice. Now listen, I'm only getting one singular stack of blocks out of this, but I gotta do it. How does this link to an emperor? Well, he was an emperor. Now he's a llama. I hope you understand. An equal issue with McDonald's in my state sound good. Ah! That's unfortunate. Have they considered getting good? Have they thought about not having an E. coli issue? I don't think that's unreasonable to ask, personally. I think that's a fair and reasonable thing to expect. Actually, is my hot take there that there's no E. coli issue. So that's your Quimby hot take for the day. Is it okay with a sippy treat? Sippy treat, real good. Love me a sippy treat. If there is like a little drink, I love a little drink. I think that the world runs on little treats, but most especially it runs on little drinks. Like a little drink should be the treat. Kind of is I guess what I'm saying. I love a little drink. You're fair and reasonable. Oh, got him. Sorry, I feel like I should actually explain The Emperor's New Groove a bit better because I'm sort of doing the silly explanation for it, which feels mean and gatekeepy. Okay, so The Emperor's New Groove, it's a Disney movie from like the 90s or early 2000s, but I'm pretty sure it's the 90s. I might fact check that in a second. But it's a story about an emperor in like pre-Columbian South America. His name is Cusco, and he's the emperor. You know, he is the guy. And except he's got this advisor who really wants his job. Her name is Yzma, and she's kind of like a mad scientist sorcerer lady too. So she decides to kill him to take his job. And then her assistant Kronk mixes up the vials, and instead of using poison on Cusco, gives him a potion that turns him into a llama. I'm having something about Emperor getting turned into a llama being all... I mean, straight up. Yeah, that's largely what happens in the movie. He's an emperor, he gets turned into... That's exactly how it... Yeah, that's literally exactly how it went. And then they're like, well, okay, that's fine. We can just kill the llama, and it's fine. But then Kronk's just a little too kind-hearted with it, and he ends up surviving. In fact, being picked up by this guy Pacha, who is the leader of a village that has recently been the area that the land is on. Cusco's like, that seems like a great spot to build like a summer palace or something. Cuscotopia? Is that what he's gonna build there? I don't know, something like that. But then he's like, I'm the emperor, you should help me out. And the guy's like, I'll only help you out if you don't destroy my village. And then shenanigans. And I think shenanigans is perhaps the best way to describe the rest of the movie. Sorry, the rest of the movie. It's shenanigans all the way down. They're doing shenanigans constantly. Well, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, spoilers for the movie. They end up becoming like good friends, good buddies, good pals. And Cusco does not destroy his village to make like a summer home. So that's good. You know, we love some character development. But oh man, it's a really good movie. Genuinely maybe the funniest Disney movie ever made. And I stand by that. I think that holds up against pretty much anything. I can't think of anything that like any Disney film that has the raw charisma of the Emperor's New Groove humor. And again, production was insane on it. They kept staying on retainer for like years. Alright. Good old palace is good though, see? Keep forgetting it. It changes it. Oh my gosh, yeah, Twitch changing changing emoticons into faces is cringe. I think they should not be doing that actually. So yeah, not silly at all actually. Which they should know is kind of illegal around here. We have to stay so with this. I have to readjust my mic because I moved where my chair was and then my mic was off center. That was kind of weird. Ah! Production got something to do with trampolines is crazy. Well, okay, so basically what happened with The Emperor's New Groove is it was originally supposed to be a musical like unto like The Lion King or something. With a big dramatic story about, and Yzma was supposed to be like trying to destroy the sun or something, block out the sun, set fire to the sun. I don't know. But then it went into production hell for like years, and people were like, okay, so what can we even do with this movie? How can we make anything work with this? And then just over time, it started rapidly shifting from being like dramatic musical to slapstick comedy, and then the art department just was like, okay, listen, we're just gonna put these 2 guys in charge of it. They're gonna make something out of it. And sure, and then we'll release the movie. And they didn't have a ton of oversight. Like, they had to get some things, you know, they had to get it approved to be run, but they weren't really very careful about that. So the entire movie is kind of insane. Silly only. It's not the same as, yeah. No, having a little picture face is entirely different from having a text face, and I'm always saying this. It's different applications. It's different applications. Seriously, there's connotations and context, and oh my gosh. First it set fire to the sun, and my mind immediately went to Megamind. Nice. The pure concentrated power of the sun! It's warming up, sir. The sun is warming up? We stay a bit silly with it. The sun is warming up. I hope you understand. Oh, we're reaching the top. Dr. Doofenshmirtz's mentor? That too, yes. The Gauntlet Wild. Exactly. And I mentioned the movie didn't have a script. Yeah, they let their voice actors just improv a bunch of lines. And they just said stuff. And they were like, and the production crew, wow, I can talk, was like, wow, this is great, awesome, we're keeping all of this. Not all of it, obviously. The trampoline salesman thing comes from, I recently watched the FNAF movie for the first time. I've heard some really good things about the FNAF movie. Did you enjoy it? So the trampoline salesman bit, though, comes in where they drop Yzma, the bad guy, off of a big old cliff, but it is still a Disney movie, so they can't, like, have her die at the bottom of the cliff. So they're like, okay, so what can we do? What can we do with this cliff to make sure that she doesn't die? Like, what's happening there? And they're like, trampoline salesman at the bottom. She lands on the trampoline and springs all the way back up. And they're like, beautiful, no notes. And then they just put that in the movie. So there's straight up a section of The Emperor's New Groove where the bad guy falls off a cliff, lands on a trampoline salesman's sampleware at the bottom, and then bounces all the way back up. And that is an actual thing that they put in the movie. Which I personally think is beautiful. I'm also going to sleep. You know, not bad music was nice. Like the all in all. I feel like that had to be the vibe. You know, the sort of trashy, but you know, they're having fun with it, kind of deal. Cause, and I just don't think there was a way to make a good FNAF movie other than that. It had to be kind of wild and. Just by virtue of the way that the franchise is. Me and we're almost done with this row. Look at this, chat. Look at that! Look at that! This one is not supposed to be there yet. Look at that! Look, we got him! Alright, let's head to the bottom and see how this looks. That reminds me of this one anime I haven't watched, right? And they didn't give the English voice actors the script, so they just let them improv the whole thing. So they said some wild lines. Yeah, Ghost Stories! Yeah, I haven't, I've not actually watched Ghost Stories, but I've seen compilations. And oh boy. Oh boy, they really were just saying stuff, huh? Look at this chat. Look, oh my gosh. It's coming along so nicely, genuinely. This is so much copper. This is so much copper. Look at this chat. That's me. Oh my gosh, that's you. And it's my vocabulary. Ah, nice. You're zooming past placing these blocks. We're really going so fast. I should probably keep going because I think we've still got like 8 shulker boxes to go. How do I want to do this one? Let's do this one. Let's start from over here on this one, and then I don't have enough to do a full line, so we'll just go until I run out, and then I'll go refill my inventory, and then we will And then we shall see. And then we certainly shall see, is all I'm saying. If you thought we wouldn't see, sorely mistaken. Because see, we certainly shall. Staircase to heaven, yeah! And she's, oh gosh, I'm trying to, what's the lyric there? Something, a staircase to heaven. Is it that she's buying a staircase to heaven? She's buying. It's been a hot second since I listened to the song. I should listen to Staircase to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Oh, and Freddie, thank you for the 2 more Absolutely Nothings. Poggies. We love to see it. Love to, love to get those nothings out hot and ready. You know, just, here for your convenience. Climbing? I'm looking at the lyrics right now. Stairway to heaven. Okay. She's buying a stairway to heaven. Absolutely. With this newfound knowledge, I leave. Bye, Johnny. Let me. Yep. Bye, Moon. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on this. A tree? Where? It's just copper here. Where's the tree? Yeah, she's buying a stairway to heaven. Yeah. She gets there, she knows if the stores are closed. Yeah, I should listen to that song again because I don't remember anything about the tune enough to actually sing it, and I wish I did because it's a really good song. Alright, so now that we are actually at the top here, let's figure out what we want to do next. I mean, I could do just a base up, you know, back and forth, up and down kind of deal. It's been a hot second since we did that, genuinely, so may as well, I guess. No reason not to, if you ask me. Cause we stay silly with it. We stay so silly all of the time. And I stand by that. Bye, Moon. See you later. Bye. Good luck with things. You got this. Ooh, and we're also getting so high up here. Ah, chat, it's all coming together. Ah, it's all coming together. I mean, obviously, there's still a long ways to go with it all, but it's coming together. Alright, Now we just gotta, we gotta keep zooming. You know, I gotta clear out this inventory's worth so I can pick up the next inventory's worth. It's important. It's like vitally important. Ah, I'll just leave that. That's I'll be filling in the space later. I don't really think we need to make a big deal out of it. Sorry, okay, I don't know why, but my thoughts have just pinged to Astoria, Oregon, and particularly Goonies. The movie Goonies. Which appears to be like maybe the #1 reason that people go to Astoria, Oregon in the first place, which is rather silly, I think, because clearly the better reason to go there is because of the way that it features in the book Our Only May Amelia, which was a book that I read when I was in like 1st grade. So I don't know what they're talking about going just for Goonies, but Goonies, good movie. I was just thinking about Goonies a little bit, and it's so fun. Like, obviously, you know, not everything from it has aged super well. It was made in the 80s, but man, just was here, sitting here thinking about like, you know, just some kids out on the lam, searching for treasure. Sorry, I just need to make sure they didn't miss anything here. I was a little worried I'd missed something, but I think it's actually fine. I think it's actually fine. It's okay. It's nothing to worry about. But yeah, no, Goonies, good movie. They go looking for treasure because they want to save their town. and then there's all sorts of tricks and traps. I'm a big fan of tricks and traps media. I really like things where there's like mystery to uncover, or where there's just a lot of cleverness with it. And Goonies was very much that. Not a mystery per se, where it's like, it's not one where you figure it out before the characters and you go, oh! Just more so the general vibes mystery of it all. The buried treasure with all sorts of booby traps and secret clues and hidden things. And then also there's mysteriously like a crime family after them. So that's fun. Man, people were just making movies back in the 80s. People were just making stuff. You said booby? Listen, it's... me trying to formulate my thoughts of how I want to answer this, on how I want to answer this. It's literally fine. It's just me battling between the inner part of me that wants to go on a rant about the desexualization of bodies, and then the part of me that wants to be like, it's literally just booby traps. There's two wolves inside of you, and one of them wants to talk about the way that wants to talk about the way that the American puritanical history has led to a sexualization of bodies themselves instead of purely. Ah! You said it again? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I mean, listen, but very funny word, absolutely, but also I do want to make it clear that it's just literally so fine. No, we're just peeps, is all I'm saying. All of us here on this earth. We're all human beings, and the funky thing about human beings is that we are mammals. That's mammals are so funky. Mammals. Mammals, my beloved. Literally, I completely agree. Just let chance to make a joke. Oh no, absolutely, it's funny. It's a funny word. I'm just also a sociologist, you know. That's the unfortunate reality that I live in. Oh, Colas, thank you for the Rickroll. Hello, hello, hello. It's lovely to see you. Colas, welcome in. We've got the Rickroll marked and active. Hope you're doing well, King. Welcome to me placing just a metric ton of copper. What does a metric ton even mean? What? I hear that phrase, and I know that it means like a lot. What does that mean, do you think? Because a ton is traditionally a measure of weight, but is there like some relation to mass or anything with that? Oh, sorry, I have my sleeves outside of my jacket. Sorry, my arms outside my jacket sleeves right now, and I need to put them in because it's a little chilly. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Having a good day so far. Oh, Candybot wants me to drink some water. That's imposed an imperial ton. Measurement of weight. Yeah. I do. Coles is a fantastic game. So true. What's the difference between a metric ton and an imperial ton? What is the difference between a metric ton and a ton? Okay. No mass ton can mean the long ton, which is 2,240 pounds, or the short ton, which is 2,000 pounds. The ton, also called the metric ton, which is 1,000 kilograms, about 2,204.6 pounds. Interesting. I'm joking by the way, it's 240 pounds different. That's so wild. That's so weird. Why is it like that? This is like in just a sec. Sorry, I had something in the back of my throat and I figured you guys didn't want to hear me hacking that out. Chat! Look, it's chat. Is that Brat Chat? Yeah, Brat Chat. And who's that? Oh, might be me. He says, ah! That guy says, ah! Very fair, honestly. That's also what I would say. Just in general. Not gonna qualify the circumstances around saying that. I'm just gonna say, yep, that's what I say. Ah! Kinda neat is all I'm saying. Sometimes you do a little screeching. Very important to do a little screeching. How much copper do I have left? Ah, this is the last one. I was like, yeah, I know I'm getting to the point where I need more than an inventory's worth to finish out a line. Well, I mean to finish out 2 layers technically, because I am doing, you know, 2 layers at a time. We're gonna sleep. Something funky, I like it. Yeah, I wonder what it's called. We're listening to video game crime jazz. What is this one called? This is, oh, Wolves Stole My Pills. Thanks, Wolves Stole My Pills from The Simpsons Hit and Run. Kind of a funky song. Kind of a funky thing to say there. So much. It's a good name to be fair. Chat, we are making such good time on this. I want to let you know. Just in case you couldn't see from just how much we're popping off, we are making good time. I'm feeling very pleased with our progress. Look at this. Look how fast we're zooming. We're zooming all the way through. Me when just so much copper to place. Yeah, and we're getting to the longest sections of the line, so we're gonna use even more copper with this. We're just placing it so fast. We're zooming. We're speed running. No one's doing it like us, chat. Something like that. I love you and the wolves stole my pills. They stole them. And it's like, hey, wolves, those ain't your pills, man. Give them back. At least that's what I'm saying when the wolves steal my pills. Not you yet. It's quite unfortunate, really. The epidemic sweeping our nation. That yep. Quite unfortunate. Big sad. Sorry, I just had a brief moment of copper insanity. Where that thing that happens where just suddenly everything goes blank and I'm just staring into the infinite void of the copper. But it's fine. It's fine, don't even worry about it. Okay, that was so funny to me. It really we stay a bit silly is all I'm saying. We stay a bit silly with it. So you think that one's human? I mean, definitely I still have copper to do, and then slay the princess after that. So, I'm still a while off from having any free space in my schedule to potentially do once human. So I'll probably look into it closer to that point, cause I like to keep relatively focused on what I'm doing before I move to anything else. Because otherwise I'd be distracted all the time and then I'd never get anything done. And you guys would hate it if I never got anything done. You know, not that I get that much done anyway, but, you know. I know, I understand. Yeah, I mean, in general, I don't have a problem with, like, other people using profanity. I've just got my own personal little hang-ups about it. So, you know, if it's in like game stuff, you know, I'm like, yeah, character dialogue, am I right? And are we getting to like inventory and a half on this? Cause I'm looking at what I've got in my inventory, which is quite frankly not that much. You're certainly going some kind of way about this. Think about the fact that you said you would watch Supernatural like a year, 2 years ago. I feel bad that I knew what I'm like about watching things, and then I said I would anyway because I should have known better. Listen, I just, as the further I go in my life, the more I'm oh my gosh, the more I realize that Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up" is an incredible song. It's a real. I just don't watch things, you know. The only reason that I recently watched the entirety of The Untamed is because Shardspoon said, "Hey, you should watch this," and then sat down with me and watched all of it. You know, that's literally the only reason any of that got done. Look at this, it's going so nicely over here. It's going so well. Getting so much copper out. Okay. To the other side. Okay. How do I want to do this side? I did the back and forth rows on this one. I guess I could just go from the other side on this one, which I know I'll hate this later that I'm doing this, but I think we just may as well, you know? We may as well get a bit silly with it. I'm also speed running placing blocks going down this. It's not going down is the slow one when I'm doing 2. If I'm doing 1, going down is great. Okay. Watching you place those yucky blocks is making me dizzy. Ah, yeah, you don't like the copper sound, do you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that blocks bad sound. But unfortunately, they gotta get placed. You know, it's no good to just have them. I gotta get them placed as well. This is truly a tragedy. Blocks bad, everything ugly. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's real rough out here. It's real tricky. I wish I could find a way to, you know, mute the block sound in particular for you. But I don't think that's possible with our current with the way that Twitch is. Oh gosh, what was I was saying something. Oh, about watching shows. Yeah, I just think that television is a community experience. You have to, like, after like you get this one, you're gonna admire it, or, well, I mean, presumably at some point we're going to get enough Rickrolls that I'm going to wax a QR code for Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up" onto one of the sides. That's you know, that's still in the works. We still got that to think about. Mostly I'm thinking that after I get this done, I'm probably going to move on from this world. You know? I'm gonna finish up the last of my building projects, gonna get this done, and then I think we're gonna start a new hardcore run. Cause, you know, it's been a hot second since we were playing in hardcore. I'd love to give it another shot, see if I can beat my old record. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Boop. So, yeah. I don't think you guys are that bratty, to be honest. Like, I know that it's I know that it's a silly, goofy, and it's. I know it's silly, goofy, but I'm gonna be honest. I really don't think you guys are that bratty. You guys are mostly like you guys are definitely punks at some point. You know, I've had my fair share of calling you guys little punks, but I don't think you're that bratty, honestly. it's you know, it's a balance. I returned. Hey, hello, friend. Welcome back. I was just talking about how I don't think that chat is actually bratty. Again, like punks is really the word I would use for you guys when you're when you're misbehaving, which I feel like has a very different connotation than brat. Both are good. Let me know. Both are good. I'm not saying either one is a better or worse place to be. Just my personal experiences with you guys. I've got an uncomfortable feeling that this inventory's worth of copper is going to run out when I'm at the top of the cube, which means that getting back up is going to be a hassle. Yeah, very nearly at the top. Might have to use a rocket on that one for convenience sake. It's so fun to watch the the wave of the next row coming over it. Ice cream sundae is good. Nice. I love an ice cream sundae. Wholesome Chaos is what I'd use explaining. Yeah, Wholesome Chaos is a good one. Like the word punk, it's just so good. It's so good. The word punk. Chef's kiss. It's a fantastic word. Man, this whole thing is going along very nicely. Look at this, chat. Look at this. We're down to 6 shulker boxes. I had like 9.5 when we started today. So all I'm saying is that we're making good time. We're making real good time, actually. And there is absolutely a possibility that we straight up finish out today. It's a possibility. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say this is definitively for sure gonna happen and then, you know, and then have it be a problem later. But it's a good sign, you know. We're at the point of using an inventory and a half per lineup. That's like a shulker box or two. That's good news, is all I'm saying. Rocket, how will you ever financially recover? Oh my gosh, you're so right. I should have considered that, friend. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is really gonna break the bank. Whatever are we going to do to financially recover from using a rocket? Chat, I don't know if we're making it on this one. Purposefully jinx it. Ah, gosh darn it. I was able to make a 64 by 64 by 64 and a 32 by 32 by 32 and a 16 by 16 by 16 cube before you. Okay, well, were you mining all of the copper? Were you mining it all by hand? Were you were you in survival mode? You know? I'm saying there's a lot of steps in the process. It takes time. And it's 64. You could copy the 64 to the 3rd is made with emeralds. Well, see, that'll do it for you, because you don't need to do mining for it. That's just then you just need a whole bunch of trade materials and villagers and stuff. The mining and smelt time add a lot to it. This red farm had a lot of those. See, I'm just saying is, and also remember, I can't use farmed materials. I can't use farmed materials. All of mine have to be raw from the wild. 16 to the 3rd is made with iron. Yeah, 16 to the 3rd out of iron doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. Like, I don't think I definitely don't have enough materials on hand to make it. What's 16 to the 3rd? I'm pulling out the TI-84 plus. Thinking about making 8 to the 3rd by diamond blocks. See, now that would be impressive. 16 to the 3rd, 4,096 divided by 64. Oh, that's just 64 stacks of iron blocks. Yeah, I absolutely have that much iron. I've got a couple barrels full of this stuff. I could totally make a 16 to the 16-sided cube out of iron. Oh, sorry, 32 to the 3rd was made with gold. Thanks to gold. I'm sorry, I missed that one originally. and a 4 to the 3rd of netherite blocks. 4 to the 3rd of netherite blocks would be wildin'. That's what? That's 16 blocks of netherite. My goodness. And that's, hold on, 16 times 9 is 90 plus 54, 144 netherite ingots. Which in turn, it times 4, 144 times 4 is 400 plus 160 plus 16. So 560 plus 16, 576 ancient debris. My goodness gracious me, that's insane. I think I also got one but 2 total boars. The diamond beacon menu. Yeah, well remember I can't use farmed materials. Is all I'm saying. I can't use farmed materials. I have to go into the wild and kill the bear with my own 2 hands for it to count. I've got some limitations on me here. Diamond beacon does sound nice though. You know, I normally use iron because it's a pretty cheap material to have on hand for it. And another beacon. I used ancient debris instead of netherite blocks, but it counts okay. Does ancient debris count for beacon placement? Really, I've never heard of that before. Whoa. Oh, it doesn't? Ah, okay. It was just aesthetic. It's just an aesthetic move. Man, imagine making an actual netherite beacon. That would be crazy. That would be wildin'. Man, this is making me want to stockpile netherite again. Which would be a bad plan. Let it be known that I believe that would be a bad plan to stockpile netherite. I think that would take so much time and effort and mining and stuff. I don't think it'd be a great idea for me to do it, but not for the challenge TBH. Honestly, pop off. If that's something that sounds fun and good to you, go for it. I just know that mining for that long in the nether might possibly drive me insane. Because I am like that. But you know. And only 4 more lines on this row. So I haven't covered. Oh my gosh, a rickroll cause. Do a 64 by 64 by 64 cube of it. I will actually decline that challenge. I think 244,133. Is that? No. It has to be an even number. 200. No. Wow, what was I saying? 242. 262,144. I know the numbers. I can't do repetitive stuff again because I get bored and hence I have so many working projects. Work in progress projects which I have to work on. Yeah. Of course, thank you for the recall. It's really cool. Quite chilly. That's so unfortunate, Freddy. It's so tricky. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that the universe will smile upon you and send a ray of sunshine to warm you up. That is, I think that would be. I think that'd be kind of based of the universe. Is all I'm saying. Could be neat. Did I? Yeah, okay, I did place the block underneath it. I'm just a little paranoid. I just have to check. I just have to know. I wanna know. Can you show me? I wanna know about these strangers like me. Da-da-ba. Please show me something familiar about these strangers like me. Thank you, Phil Collins, for the Tarzan soundtrack. Doing the downward ones. That is always a little bit of a hassle. Always a little bit of hassle doing the downward lines. But hey, what you gonna do about it? Ain't none to do but keep on keeping on, if you know what I mean. Don't Overgrow Museum. It's a tower. Ooh. Oh, and do you just add more layers onto the tower when you need more space? I'm starting to smell like I'm gonna make hot chocolate real soon. Hot chocolate, my beloved. I love to make mint tea and then turn it into hot chocolate for the perfect peppermint hot chocolate. It's got like the real peppermint flavor then. And, you know, like peppermint candy is great and all, but it's a bit overpowering sometimes in hot chocolate. So doing it with tea is it's kind of the way to go. I'm gonna keep all my memories. You just add add everything which is memory. Nice. Tea chocolate. Yeah, so I've got a really nice peppermint tea that I like quite a bit. Imported it from England, which I'm really a little embarrassed about, but it's good enough that I can't complain. My first ever hostile mob drop was a bone, and I still have it in there. Oh, nice. So my first ever pink sheepwool, first ever dog. Whoa, museum moment. But yeah, so I've got this really nice peppermint tea. It is 100% peppermint leaf, so it doesn't have anything else in it. And then I'll just make a cup of the tea, and then I will just put like chocolate powder into it, like hot chocolate powder to be clear, not just any chocolate powder. And then yeah, it makes a really nice peppermint hot chocolate. I could use a bug to make that dog immortal. Nice. Immortal dogs, my beloved, is all I'm saying about that. But yeah, no, tea hot chocolate's really good. It's got a really nice full peppermint flavor without being overpowering or overly sweet. And then it's chocolatey and tasty and good too. Chat, we're making such good progress on this. Look at if you take a cross section of each of these, like obviously it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom there. There's still this as the base for all of it, but this is a lot, is all I'm saying. We are popping off. Alright, what's my next thing? I kinda wanna do another spiral now that there's more lines going across this way. I think that's gonna be interesting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out here. And we're gonna start schmoovin'. Me when I'm schmoovin'. And then, yep. We're gonna run out there, and whoop. It's like the physical journal of my world. 6 years. Just I feel that is a long time to be playing a Minecraft world, admittedly. I think that this world is the longest that I've ever played a Minecraft world, and it's not that old. It's like 2-3 years, which is not insignificant, to be clear. But definitely, whoa. Is all I'm saying. Definitely a little bit crazy out there. Definitely kind of wild in. Let's be safe and have fun. Sorry, let's stop. I've been playing since the B update. Yeah, man, I started playing in 1.16, so I'm now 5 updates in. Which feels crazy to me personally that I've seen like 5, you know. Oh wait, here's where yep. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy to me that I've seen 5 major updates of the game. Cause yeah, I played before the Nether update, but I didn't like play consistently. I didn't have my own account before 1.16. And so yeah, we're straight up wild in now. There's been so many changes since then. So I'm not a veteran, I wouldn't say, but I'm definitely more experienced now, which is fun. Me when I'm spiraling, but not in an emotional way. Woo, music is kind of popping off. I've been vibing. The 3 updates were supposed to be one big update, but they split it. Yeah, but I mean, it still happened over about like 3 years. So it's It's still quite some time, and you know, each update did have a decent amount of content. So we have our blue axolotl friend. His name is Dave, and he's also immortal, and I keep him with me all the time. Dave the axolotl friend! Oh, we love to see it. Oh, we very much so love to see it. Sometimes a guy is just named Dave, and he's an axolotl. And I don't think it's that unusual, is all I'm saying. I think that's perfectly normal behavior. To just have a guy named Dave who's an axolotl. That's all I'm saying. And you know, well, I'm saying out here is sometimes you got a guy named Dave and he's an axolotl, and then you just sorta, and then you sort of vibing with that is all I'm saying. He loves his buckets. He loves his buckets, you know? His Davey's an axolotl and he's an immortal like you. It seems pretty fantastic is all I'm saying. That's good for him. He's doing a great job out there. Living his best life, which is what we love to see around here. You and I get a bit silly with my gobber placing. I need to readjust again. You were so. Whoop. Sorry, oh gosh, this has lyrics. Oh gosh, this is lyrics. I don't know if that's allowed. Ooh, okay. Gotta watch out for them lyrics. Whenever they start being lyrics, I start getting sus. I start getting mad sus. Alright. Not necessarily immortal, but I can't die as long as the Migratory Bird Act is in place. So true, the Migratory Bird Act does protect you. People gotta be watching out for that Migratory Bird Act. Else they're, Death is literally going to get fined by the federal government if it tries to if it tries to mess with you. I don't think the job pays well enough that okay, yeah, no, that is fine. Whew. I was like, yeah, something's up here, but no, nothing was up. It was fine. I was just paranoid. I was just being a silly goose. Nope, like this, okay. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. Oh, and thank you for the honk, Freddy. Very cool. Just gonna freaking dog him after having immortal pets. I go stabbing you. The Migratory Bird Act. I don't know what to tell you. I'm excited for the boss new episode tomorrow. New episode tomorrow. I am so bad at keeping up with news on anything. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, on Halloween, that's fun. Oh, that's really fun.
A tree.
A tree? Where? Where? I don't see anything. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. God, this is crazy. I can't believe the trees are showing up. This is so unfortunate. Can't believe this. But thank you, friend, for the warning. Much appreciated. Wow. Widowy Quasi. So crazy out here. I cannot believe what's happening. It's kind of weird. Oh, and I could sneak up behind you, Quimby. You're so right. I should check back when I'm at the top. Candybot wants me to take a little stretch break and water break, which seems fair and reasonable considering that I have been live for, you know, for a hot second. Is my back gonna pop? No, okay. No back popping. RN. Oh man, sometimes when you stand up and it pops like the biggest yawn. Oh man. Okay. How about a break for the viewers too? Yeah. Oh, frogs! Nice! Sweet! Yeah, I'll get that set up and then I'll get some water. And I'll get some water consumed. Let me type this real quick. It's just so good. It's a really fun playlist. I've been vibing with it. Frogs are brought to you today by Just a Friend and Frogs. Right, we'll let them do their thing. No! More frogs. More frogs, please. And I will drink some water. Yeah, the migratory bird act protects me from harm, but more importantly, why would you ever stab me? I'm just hanging out, out like, dude. I'm just sitting here being whimsical in nature. What the heck, man? Yep. All of these things are true. Woo! Frogs moment. Sorry, I need to sit weird. I've been sitting normally, at least like relatively normally. I need to bring at least one of my legs up under one of my other legs. And yes, I'm aware that the way that I worded that sounds like I have multiple legs, and how do you know that I don't? How would you know? Thank you for the frogs, friend. Very cool. Immediately enamored by frogs. Frogs are very good. I'm just a curious being. I mean, seems mad sus, but okay. Seems respect the curiosity of our beautiful natural world. To be fair, sometimes you just gotta wonder about things. How would you guys know how many legs I have, is all I'm saying. I just think that there's no way for you to know. There's literally no way for you to know how many legs I have, so maybe you should just consider that, is all I'm saying. Maybe you should think about your actions. One. Gosh darn it! Can't believe this! I used to be called Curious George in my primary. Neat. Or is it Curious Gorge? George or Gorge? Because Curious George is a fun nickname, but Curious Gorge, that's kind of compelling, to be honest. What's so curious about the gorge? That's why. Why is the moon round? That's so true. Why is the moon round? I say as if I don't know the answer. Gravity. But, whoa, is all I'm saying. Why is water liquid and flowing? There's a lot of questions that can be answered in this world. There's many questions that cannot be answered, but, at least one question that can be answered. The only problem with sitting weird is that then my chair inevitably is not built to support my spine in the ever so slightly leaning forward position that puts me in. So then I gotta get weird and funky with my chair positioning. What is stuff made of? So true. These are questions that these are questions that no one has ever known the answer to. Not once ever. Certainly not me or anyone else has ever known the answer. Man, I'm using so much copper nowadays. Look at this. I've only got a couple stacks left in my inventory, and we've done a decent amount of this row, but I'm wondering if we're approaching the point where it's gonna take like 2 inventories full to be able to do this. Which is kinda neat. Kind of a fun concept is all I'm saying. Just a bit of food for thought is all. I bet I could get really weird on the next on the line there. I bet I could get really weird with it. I'm trying to brainstorm ways that I could get really weird with it without losing too much on productivity. We'll see about that. I've got a couple thoughts. But for now, most importantly, we're almost done with this inventory full. No, not like that. Primary teachers have tried to answer me to the best of their abilities, but eventually they gave up. I mean, no, but those are perfectly reasonable questions to be asking. Did they at least direct you to other sources to help you find your own answers? Not many cares, but oh, I'm absolutely freezing it. How unsilly of me. This is so sad, Freddy. Hot chocolate may be in order. In case it's Diwali and I have holidays. Yo, holidays! I think if something is important to you, then that matters to me, but if it's not of the same level of importance to me is all. I love Halloween. I have Halloween tomorrow. Love holidays. The holidays so good. Going to do. I'd almost forgotten what holidays were. That's the is that the med school life for you? A big sad. That's med school moment. We're making such good time on this. I want to let you guys know we're making such good time. Just in case you were worried, the time that we're making is really good. Yep, that's med school. Yeah, Halloween tomorrow, I'm very excited for. I love Halloween so much. It's just fun. It's just a really fun holiday. And sure, you know, I'm gonna have a busy day before any potential festivities could occur in any way, shape, or form. But you know, we have fun with it. We just have so much fun with it is all. Usually feel bad for not saying that, so I've been doing for these past 2 years, so I mean, you pop off, alright. Actually my second unit today, and that's my first term done. Yo! Nice! Oh, we love to see it. Love to be getting that education. Fantastic news. Is it not right? I have no idea what's happening right. We're talking about school and the way that it is, and how it's holidays for a friend right now, which is very nice. And Corvigay finished their first term. We love to see it. I am sitting here trying very hard not to think about the way that I'm very much still considering grad school. I don't want to jump into it like right now, which is why I'm not applying for anything at the moment. I want to work some more things out in my life before we're working towards that. But I escaped school by getting my undergrad, and now oh boy is all I'm saying. Oh, never mind, so many mixed feelings. A lot of mixed feelings happening at the moment. Definitely me considering grad school is a bit cringe. You know, that's really quite silly of me to be doing that. But other people are popping off, and that's nice. That's kind of cool. School holidays. Personally, yeah. Education is great. Oh, education is fantastic. I'm very pleased and lucky to be a person who has a degree. You know, like that's neat. I have a degree. But it's just the thought of me throwing myself back into everything with it. But we'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes. Stress testing students is not stress testing students and not good. I think what does that do for how is that helpful to be stress testing students? I don't like it. More than half the students left. I mean, judging by the conditions that you've told me about, I am saddened but not surprised because it sounds genuinely so rough out there, and you are popping off for managing to keep going on. Like, my goodness. Whoa. Like, and bear in mind, I'm considering going to law school, which is historically not, like, the easiest thing to do, but I consider that, and then I think about the things that you've told me about with your school, and I'm like, man, friend is our strongest soldier right now. Because, my goodness gracious me. Yeah. Sorry, this is just, this whole copper placing business is just coming along very nicely. Quite a fan. Lawyer Quimby? I'm thinking about it. I'm my best friends and is holding up with a smile. Well, good for you guys. Come so go have a wonderful day. Yep, bye Freddy. Thank you for stopping by. It was so lovely to see you. Yep, good luck. Have a great time. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm torn between a law degree and a master's of public administration. Cause both of those things seem like they could be useful for advancing the betterment of people in society, is what I'm thinking. So, you know, we're thinking about it. I know it would be kind of crazy. Would also be so much work. So we'll see about that one. You know, I'm figuring it all out. I'm considering so many things. Look at this, it's going so nice. It's going so well. I think I'm about to get so incredibly silly with this next run. Fight capitalism by suing other capitalist companies? Well, okay, well... I mean, there's a lot of different ways to be a lawyer. And I would hope for myself that whatever path I end up taking would be one that would not just be to serve the corporate masses. I've considered going into like workers' rights law. I've considered going into like estate planning law, like housing and tenant law. There's a couple different things that I was looking at there, but I don't know, we'll see. So the way that we're getting so incredibly silly with this is that I'm going to be ping-ponging of doing doing a layer across on the sides and then swinging back to do my up and downs over here. So I'm not doing this in a... Oh gosh, wait, hang on. Nope, this is the correct one. Yep, okay. Okay, I was really concerned for a moment. So we're going to be doing only up and down over on this side. We're not doing a proper spiral. I'm going to be going back and forth between the layers in a fun way. It's gonna be neat. This is my second year. It's almost over. The first year, few students, mostly girls left. The boys are half the size of girls' size behind you. Another issue is 1/3 for boys to girls. And my friends are talking about quitting it because the stress is over. The final exams are brutal. Because the law that gives money to libraries such day. Workers' rights law sounds really cool. Neat options. Yeah, I definitely just like if I'm going through on the law school thing, definitely I think the ultimate goal is to just find something to act for the betterment of people in society and not necessarily for my own personal gain. But then you gotta balance that with paying for law school. So that is one of the things that I am considering at the moment, is how to how to figure out what the best combination of options with that is gonna be. Because law school, depending on where you go, kind of expensive. And I don't know where I'd want to go yet. I've got a couple options relatively locally, but the question is, you know, if that's where I want to go. So I don't know. Many things to consider. Many potential paths to take. At the moment, lots of copper to place as well. You see, we're being very silly with it, where we do like all of that, and then I'm gonna drop down to here, and then yeah, the turnaround. Okay. Whoop. What was I saying that? Correct answer equals +4 marks, and incorrect equals -5. Sheesh. 120 total marks, 180 questions. So yeah, So, oh my gosh, yeah, getting a question wrong, like basically, oh my gosh, this is a terrible spot to end it out, but, let me go hard. No, student companies left, right, and center. That's the question of many things, and it's also, and there's also the question of if I would want to be a trial lawyer at all, or if I'd want to be someone who does more like law review and stuff on the side. I don't know. Yeah, many options, and many ways that could be, and many potential futures. I know that's future Quimby stuff. That is, yeah, future Quimby can be handling all of that. Present Quimby's just vibing. Just having a great time. Got lots of copper to place, you know? Someday you guys are gonna be like, I remember when Lawyer Quimby placed 262,144 copper blocks. And then yeah, that'll be wild. And me and copper is all I'm saying. My friend who's going in biotechnology, still going at it though. We stay strong. We stay strong. We keep going for it. School, very tricky sometimes, but again, definitely I think very rewarding. I did really enjoy getting my undergrad. Maybe not quite having all the assignments and deadlines and stuff all the time. Wasn't the hugest fan of that, but yeah, like being a person who learns things is pretty cool. Keep doing that. Being a person who learns things was pretty enjoyable, kind of nice. Love to learn things. Big fan. Big enjoyer. I think it's pretty pog, in fact. This is a fun way to do it. I like it because because there's just so many more horizontal rows than there are vertical rows. This is a fun way to keep it kind of equalized out. The only good friend I have who has the energy to interact and be optimistic like me. That is impressive when you're being worked as hard as you are. And also, admittedly, I think grad school would be really fun just for like, you know, the just meeting cool people. Like my parents have grad school friends that we still will like stay in their houses when we travel and stuff. And it's just like, oh yeah, you know, we just met through grad school, and now sure, just come stay over at my house, even though it's been like 20 years since we all last lived in the same place. And I just think that's really fun, the sense of community that that something like that encourages. It's gonna be cold at times out there. You're just exhausted. Well, if you don't have a lot of like mental energy bandwidth for stuff, then yeah, I mean, you gotta put what you've got towards surviving. And sometimes, you know, then social energy's a resource that isn't quite expensive, or sorry, that isn't what's wrong with me? Suddenly losing all my powers of speech. Sometimes you gotta make budget cuts places for survival purposes, and having social energy is one that's gotta go on occasion. It really just do be that way. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that would be very fun with the grad school, is having a community of people who are all invested in learning about the sorts of things that I'm interested in learning in, and be able to make connections and cool stuff and all. But again, we'll see. That's at the very least like probably like a year out future Quimby style stuff. Present day Quimby is not thinking about all of that. I'm thinking about it. It's just not something that I'm really I'm really investing too much time and energy into. I've got other concerns like the cube that's going to you know, eventually consume my soul and become the new overlord of this world. That's very much something to be thinking about right now. What are we doing on inventory-wise? Alright, now here's the question is if what I have in inventory is going to take us to the end of this. And I don't think it will, to be honest. I could always be wrong, but it's looking like... I mean, I'm still at the point where I'm using about a stack of blocks on each vertical run. And that's not counting the horizontal runs as well. And I just don't think I have as many... I don't think I have that many stacks of blocks in hand to be able to handle all of that. Whoop. Not you yet. You'll get your chance eventually. But gotta be patient. I might go to a natural history museum or something at some point. I just think it's really good every once in a while to be like, all right, time to go think about the history of the world and where all the things came from. I specifically want to go to. I should go to a museum that's got a good like rock exhibit. I love rocks. I'm a big rocks enjoyer. I think rocks are so good. Love when they have like patterns and crystals and like formations and stuff. So I should really see if there's somewhere around here that has rocks that I can look at. I genuinely love to look at rocks so much. Like when I was in NYC over the summer, I went to the Museum of Natural History because of course I did. And they just had a big old hall that had so many rocks in it, and it talked about and it had little exhibits that talked about like different crystal structures and how the rocks like form and different patterns, and oh my gosh, it was such a good exhibit. I didn't have enough time to really stop and read everything like I would have loved to do. But I definitely got to look at a lot of it, and that was great. That was very fun. UN copper. Sorry, I think we are hitting a little bit of copper haze, but that's fine. We're gonna look through it. Whoop. There we go. Gotta make sure that we're. Sorry, I just heard a sneeze from the kitchen, but that sounded an awful lot like a roommate who's not supposed to be home right now. Huh. I think it's so interesting being able to identify people by sneeze. Oh my gosh! What the heck? What the? These guys? Hello? Just showing up on top, out of nowhere? Just want to see if I can hit a couple of them when they're before I arrive. Alright. Now let's get them all to shoot each other. Yeah, they can try and shoot me too, if they want, but I'd really rather that they shot each other. Yep, there you go. Yep. Just keep on firing without any idea of the consequences. Yep, just, yep. Yep, just keep shooting. Rootin' tootin' shooting. Alright, now you guys shoot each other as well. Yep. That's great, that's what we love to see. That's what we love to see. Come on, another hit or two will do it. Yeah, there we go. What level of Bad Omen is this? 3? Not bad. I'd love to pick up this banner, but I don't really have inventory space at the moment. I mean, I guess I could go place more copper and hope that it's still there by the time I get back. That might be my best option. But I do want to put this ominous bottle away. Alright, well that's gonna go there. I'm gonna grab that. No, wait, no. Shield out. That's what it was. I was like, why do I have an inventory space? It's shield. It was for the shield. Yep. Alright, cowboy's taken care of. We can continue our regularly scheduled copper placement. And yeah, I might pick up that banner if I've got a second in inventory space, but I don't know if it really matters that much. I might just let it despawn. Because, yeah, what's the point? Oh, is that music change time I hear? Alright, this has been Video Game Crime Jazz. Now we've got... Oh, there's more Video Game Crime Jazz. Nice. I think that Crime Jazz has been serving us very nicely. I'm also considering moving my shift key to my caps lock button because I've been using shift so much and it's been a while then. Oh, chat, we're so close to the end of this one. Oh, chat, we're making it. Oh, chat, we're making it happen. I wonder how many more rows I'm gonna get. My first instinct is that I'm going to get like 1 or 2 more for each and then like half of one or so. But hey, I guess I just don't know how, I haven't been keeping track of how much copper each layer uses at this point. So, I don't know, we'll see. At the very least, I am, you know, I am definitely approaching, the end of the amount of copper that we've got. Still got a ways to go. It's not like it, you know. When I say we're approaching, I don't mean it's like we're almost there. I mean it's, I guess we're almost there, but it's not, you know, it's not just a, what's the metaphor I'm looking for here? It's not just a breeze. I've still got some hard work to put in on this. I wonder how many across we're at this point. I can probably count while I'm down here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or I guess I shouldn't count that final row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We've got 19 rows on either side, which is an impressive amount of rows. Next one is going to be 21 that we get to. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Definitely using a lot of copper per layer at this point. Whoop, and we sleep. Oh, and CandyBot wants me to drink some water. Thank you, Candy. Very cool. Very pog. Thumbs up, smiley face. Okay. There's that. How do I want to do the next? How do I want to do the next layer? I did kind of like my little zigzag back and forth I did on that one. But it was also a lot of work. Could do some verticals, could do some spirals. Well, I'm actually at a point where I could maybe do a chevron of just these ones, like not go up there just and have it be heading down to this way. Let's do that. I think it's really vitally important to get silly with this. If I don't get silly with this, then we are in trouble. So I just desperately, no matter how difficult it may be, no matter what's going on in my life otherwise, we have to get so desperately silly with it, or else we lose. Can I please? Thank you. Woo! Woo. Yeah, the copper oxidizes so fast now. It's probably the presence of all the already oxidized copper. All right, so to be doing a little chevron guy, what we're going to be doing is immediately turning back at this point, and we're not going to be doing the bottom or the bottom layers up. So we're making like a kind of little weird reverse checkmark thing. It's probably going to look a little funky for the first couple layers, but then I think at that point we'll start figuring it out. I mysteriously have an even number of blocks on hand. I feel like that should be correct considering the layers I did on top. There's always that deep fear inside that I've missed a block somehow. I mean, I'll probably see it coming up this way if I've missed a block. Okay, so we've got a bit of a safety net on that. I'll see it coming up this way. I don't think I've missed anything. I think this is just a function of having completed the top bits first. But always good to keep an eye out, you know, double checking and all. Gotta make sure we're staying safe with it. But I think we're chillin'. Is my final verdict here. Yeah, like that, and that's our new weird row, where it just gets one. But yeah, I'm placing, okay, but with the doubles, of course, okay. With the doubles, of course, I've got an even number. Okay, we're good? I've done the math, I figured it out. It's fine that we're suddenly on even blocks. It's, in fact, perfectly okay, and in fact normal. This is normal. We're being so normal right now. Yeah. Can you believe that that like none of this copper was placed before I showed up the cube this time? That like we hadn't even gone to the top of the area here. Wow, that's oxidizing so fast. Once again, probably due to the presence of oxidized copper next to it and having thinner layers. But yeah, like the bottom steps and now the top steps are just going fast. That's always what I think of when I say walking fast. Okay. And things are back on track again. Is it actually getting towards nighttime? No. Okay, sometimes I'm here and I'm like, oh man, it's getting dark, it's getting towards nighttime. And it's not getting towards nighttime. I'm just looking at only copper. There's nothing to tell me about the quality of daylight other than this. And some areas have shadows in the copper, so I go, oh, those shadows surely mean it's getting darker. And it's not. I'm just silly. It's like high noon right now. Ostensibly one of the brightest times of the day. I mean, not actually, because the Minecraft sun doesn't actually it doesn't actually release any light. Illumination in daytime in Minecraft is not dependent on the sun's position to anything, or else at the start of the day this whole front half of the cube would be in darkness, and then it, like, right, you know, and then it would start cresting over later. So the sun doesn't actually matter, but There is something about looking at the sun straight overhead and being like, oh yeah, high noon. And that makes me think about how in Ye Olden times people just measure midday by like whenever the sun was fully overhead, which makes sense if you are just a guy living in a world where where the sun is your most constant measure of time. But I feel like people have noticed that the winter days were shorter. You know, like that feels like the kind of thing that you would notice even without, you know, timing it out, using other measures. So like, people gotta have noticed. But I wonder if they thought about how having earlier sunsets and later, and later sunrises would mean shorter days. Like, were they thinking about like, oh man, because there's less sunlight lately, that means that high noon has got to be actually a different time than it is like during the summer months. And I just don't know, because that's thoughts I could very much imagine people having. I've just never read any actual like accounts of, or anything about it of people doing that. I mean, surely someone must have noticed at some point, and properly timed it and confirmed everything and all. But I don't know, it makes me wonder if just across history there have been guys who have just noticed the patterns of the sun, and without, you know, having any actual like training in physics or mathematics or anything, have just understood instinctually the meaning of the different times of the rising and setting of the sun. I just get a little philosophical with it sometimes, that's all. Oh, we are down to 3 boxes. This is for sure the last full layer for both of these. Like I think I'll have a bit of surplus and to start on some layering with, but this layer and then I'm gonna do one over there. That for sure that's gonna be the last full layers for both of them. Because people have been observant for so long, you know? There's that natural spirit of curiosity in humanity. We see things happening and we want to know why. We want to understand what makes it work that way, why it does what it does, and I feel like a part of that has got to be, you know, thinking about the sunshine and the daylight and what it all means. So I'm gonna start waxing ridiculously philosophical about humanity again if I'm not careful. But like there was that guy or oh my gosh, wait, no, thinking about it, there was the guy who measured the circumference of the earth by looking at the differing lengths of shadows in two different cities and then measuring the distance between them and using that to determine the curve of the earth in ancient Egypt. So clearly that guy at least, you know, was thinking about this sort of thing and if I recall the story correctly, he did use high noon on a particular day to measure both of the shadows to be sure that he could have the same measurements. That's yeah, there's gotta be that, but I guess it being a subject of study for scholars isn't surprising to me. I'm kind of specifically thinking about just, I don't know, just lay people. You know, was there some guy in like, I don't know, 12th century, I don't know, Croatia or something, who wasn't, again, no necessarily like super formal education on matters of the advanced mathematics or anything, but just looks at the sun and thinks about it and knows. And I feel like it's gotta have been like there's gotta have been people like that. Maybe, you know, maybe not ones that we could specifically find and take note of. I just feel like people are so curious all the time. They've got to be thinking about this kind of stuff. And people have been thinking about things like comets and stars and planets and everything for a really long time as well. We'll just be going. Do you ever just think about how new some of our knowledge is? How there's things that feel like just common accepted fact, but are just in actuality so incredibly new. The one I'm particularly thinking of here is the tectonic plate theory, which has really only been accepted for like 50, 60-ish years. And that's crazy because, you know, tectonic plates, like, of course that's how it works. It makes so much sense when you learn about it and start getting to the nitty-gritty. Like, yeah, okay. Even if maybe you might not understand necessarily where the plates come from or anything, just the concept of them and the way that their movements are described, it makes sense. But tectonic plate theory has not been, it's not been considered, it's not been accepted for that long scientifically. That's not something that, like, people didn't think for I think there was a guy who tried to prove it in like the late 1800s. But it's like people, the whole thing about like George Washington didn't know about dinosaurs, because the paleontological work for them hadn't happened yet when he was alive. George Washington also did not know about tectonic plates. And neither did like Abraham Lincoln and I don't know, a slew of other figures from history who just, you know, did this thing that we take for as such commonplace knowledge. They had no idea. They just simply didn't know. No one had figured out in a way that could be accepted. No one told them they couldn't be observed properly. Because one of the things that that really supported the tectonic theory, the tectonic plate theory, was was being able to study the ground floor of the oceans, and being able to like take samples and see the way that and actually see the way that the crust was being created out of the fissures in the middle. Being able to like do dating on the on the plate is the if you've never heard the history of tectonic plates being proven, it's really cool because one of the main things that they used to support the theory was the what is it called, the transcontinental divide? Don't quote me. Transatlantic divide? I don't know. There's a big old range of underwater mountains in the Atlantic, is the point I'm getting at here. And they are where the new seafloor crust is made from like big volcanic fissures. The plates are moving outward from these big huge mountains. And oh my gosh, and okay, it's so cool. In the seafloor crust that's being made from these, you can see the spots where like the Earth's magnetic pole has flipped because of different iron, the different ways that like iron formations were shaped. But yes, because there's tectonic plate theory, but the guy just couldn't explain like how they were made or what. Or how they moved, really. And then I was like, oh, these underwater mountains are making new crust of the Earth. They're making new tectonic plate, and it's pushing the rest of the tectonic plate outward. And then, you know, there's all things are pushing against each other. There's subduction zones. There's zones where new plates being made. It's zones where it's just sliding along each other. And that's it's so cool. But again, it's something that people didn't know. It wasn't considered provable until like 50 or 60 years ago. I might be exaggerating that like the number of how long ago it was. I would have to do some refresher research to say exactly how long the theory's been commonplace. But man, people just didn't know about tectonic plates for a lot of history. It's such a recent discovery. And then of course that leads into my whole spiel about the Cascadia subduction zone. I don't think we need to talk about the mega earthquake and the mega tsunami on the American Pacific Northwest coast too much today. Yeah, we do that fairly often. I don't need to bring up the mega earthquake and mega tsunami. That's fine. It's fine. It's literally fine. Oh, we are fast approaching the last of this layer. Nice. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go for more copper to finish this one out. Truly, this is gonna be the last complete layer that I get for this one, I think. Or no, I might get another complete layer for this one. Definitely the layer I'm gonna do over there is going to be the last complete layer for that one. But for now, let's just swoop on in. Take what we've got here. Cause yeah, I mean, there's 2 boxes left. 2.5 technically with what I've got in inventory. But I don't know, chat. Oh my gosh, again? I literally just dealt with this. Oh my gosh. I literally just handled these guys. Oh my gosh. You guys, Guys, I'm almost... I don't have time for this right now. I'm almost done with copper placing. Sheesh. Wait, and there was none yesterday. None whatsoever. It's just today in particular. Minecraft has decided to... Today in particular. Colas, really though. Really, the Womp is absolutely correct. It's not okay! Oh my gosh, okay. Well, I've got this Bad Omen 4 bottle. Thank you for the Rico. Yeah, honestly, we kind of need that right now. Honestly, you're so right about that. You're so right about that, Colas. Man, okay. Let's put the wings on. Right on down to here. I'll keep the Bad Omen bottle. Let's... There we go. No, wrong. That's not what I want to... Okay. Let's just finish this out. You know, I've got two and a half shulker boxes of copper to place. How are we doing on stats? I just want to look at my stats really quick of times used. Yeah, like 162,000. Chat, oh, that's significant because that means I just have 100,000 more blocks to place. Yeah, wait, hang on. Yeah, yep, we're above 144. So, because the total number is, oh, and this number is artificially inflated in a couple ways. So, probably a little over 100,000. A little over 100,000 blocks to place. I've got some of them with me right now, not that many. Again, just like 2.5 shulker boxes to go still. Okay, we're doing that like this. Okay. 2.5 shulker boxes right now, but chat, just like 100,000 blocks to go. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wildin'? My goodness. We're popping off. We're doing so well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's figure out what we're gonna do for the next, for this side. It's gonna be the last full time I get to place a row over here. Oh my gosh, oh, the rows are so big now. Oh, okay. How do I want to do this one? The chevron was kind of fun and neat. Do I do like a spiral, or it's been a hot second since I did a horizontal run. We'll do a horizontal run. Horizontal run! Okay. Let me just add on the layers here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want the ominous banner right now. Normally I collect them, but I just can't be bothered at the moment. I'm feeling the rush. The rush of having this of potentially finishing this out today. It's been a quite frankly ridiculous amount of copper. I'm feeling like we might do it. Call me crazy, call me wild, but I think we are headed that way. I just gotta zoom through the rest of this, cause doing this this line is gonna take at least an inventory's worth, maybe probably 2 if we're gonna be honest with ourselves. I think we're running about 2 inventories per, which is gonna take us through this the full shulker down there, and then a bit into the last one, and then it's just gonna be, I don't know, like a couple more to add onto the other side. Not that many. We're zooming. Okay, it's also, oh gosh, this is gonna be one of those annoying times where I'm gonna try and sleep and it's gonna be like, oh, you can only sleep at nighttime, and I'm like, please. Because if I do another row, then I'll be up at the top and it's gonna be weird. Okay, there we go. Thank goodness, honestly. Alright. There's that, and we're back in zoom mode. Whoop. We just gotta keep zooming on. Look, it passes really quickly if you and it passes really quickly if you just let yourself be taken by the rhythm of the copper placement, and you know. Oh gosh, the copper haze. The copper haze descends. Of just again that rhythm of the copper placement. Nothing else matters. Nothing else is important right now. We just have copper all day, every day. We're making good time. I'm trying my absolute hardest not to count rows here, because there's 64 or 62 technically to do. I think 63. There's a lot of rows to do, is I think the ultimate moral of the story. And if I count, I think it's just gonna slow me down. I don't want to be slowed down right now. I want to just keep trucking. I'm always saying this, that we should just keep trucking. Cause what would he do? What would he do without? Oh, okay. Copper before it catches you. Exactly, Penny. Also, hi. Lovely to see you. Penny, I think we're gonna make it today. That's what my little dramatic spiel was about right there. I think we're gonna make it today. I think it's gonna happen. Not finishing the cube or anything. Make it. We're clearly still a ways off from that. But we might finish placing the copper today, which would be very fun and nice and cool and exciting. I've got like, I have the stuff in my inventory, and then like, oh, wrong. I have what I have in my inventory, and then like a shulker box left. A shulker box and a half. So we're zooming. Definitely trying to catch copper before it catches me. That is an apt description of the entire process. We're making it. Oh gosh, I keep having. Ugh, I need to get a haircut because my hair is at the point where it's long enough to like tickle at my collarbones. And then I always think that there's like a loose hair or something there, but no, it's not a loose hair. It's just an actual hair on my neck. That's causing problems there. I need a haircut. I should get good and just make an appointment and get a haircut. We stay a bit silly with it though. Sorry, the copper haze. Having to use an auto clicker in the middle button. I mean, I don't. Why? What would that do for me? I guess. I don't have to. I don't do it that often. I mean, like, often enough, but not enough that I really feel like it's not if I feel like it's really that necessary. Like, I click the middle button just every once in a while. I respect, anyways, I've got to go. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by, Penny. It was lovely to see you, even if just for a second. I respect your want for efficiency. But for me personally, I don't think that it would make that big of a difference. Thank you though for the advice. The crime jazz honestly has kind of been carrying today. I think the crime jazz has really kept the spirit of everything moving today. Oh, thank you for the alert. Very cool. You and I'm placing that copper. Me when I'm up the river placing the copper. I don't know why I'm up the river, but I guess maybe I am. Oh, chat, we're going. Ooh, chat, we're going. Sorry, did you know that? I will keep this brief and attempt to do so in a manner that does not incite any sort of potential fear of disrespect. Did you know that slavery is still legal in the United States of America? There's specifically a clause in the 15th Amendment that prohibits slavery, that says except for as punishment for crimes. So the funky little fact there is that prison labor is basically slave labor. And I just think, and I'm sorry to bring that up right now. That's what the up the river made me think of. But I just think it's important for us to remember that and to vote accordingly. Because I would love for slavery to be illegal in its entirety in the States, and I don't know that that's something that's, you know, necessarily gonna happen with like current or future administration or something. But I definitely think that there are candidates who are more likely to push towards that sort of thing than others. Anyway, look at this. We're on the last shulker box of copper. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wildin'? I think that's kind of cool. And yeah, so this inventory's worth is probably gonna take us to the top of here. Honestly, maybe a bit under. I don't know. I haven't been doing the math, but okay, yep, we're on a good we're on odd numbers still, which is where we should be. So I have presumably done this correctly. Yeah, this is gonna take us up to the top there. I'm just gonna leave that for a second. We're on even numbers right now, but it's because I accidentally placed a block and didn't feel like taking it down. Because I was just gonna place it again a second later on the next round. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's not gonna be a problem. It's not gonna be a problem. I can feel you worrying about it. It's not going to be a problem. We're just gonna really quick do this row. See, so fast. We are zooming through. Getting to the top, and would you look at that? It's, oh no, it is like that. Okay. And would you look at that? We got him. It's fine. It's literally fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. No, it is kind of wild because we have officially entered the here in the States. If you don't know, Election Day is November 5th. Oh, and there goes Candybot telling me to drink some water and take a little break. Yeah, Candy, this is probably a good time for it. So there's some water. I'm doing a little stand break really quick. Good to get blood in your legs. If you guys have been sitting still or in the same position for a while, I would recommend that you also take just a little second to maybe stretch out a little bit or something. But yeah, here in the States, election day is November 5th for the presidential election, in fact. That's happening this year, and I can't imagine there's anyone who wouldn't know, but it's pretty high stakes. And we've officially entered the period where a lot of states start offering like early voting, or people can start dropping off their ballots and stuff. If they have like a vote by mail option. And I gotta throw my quick like please vote blue endorsement. I would love to not live in a fascist state, and that's kind of seems like that's kind of the only way to avoid it right now. So I have to throw my endorsement there, but I bring this up mainly because I want to talk about my experience with the 2020 election. Fun little fact there. So the 2020 election was also a big one. That was the one in which we were trying to get, former President Donald Trump out of the White House. And everyone was real worried about it, and I was real worried about it. And I had class. I was in school at the time, and I just remember I walked into. I was a theater student. I walked into one of my classes. I'm making myself sick about it for weeks. Haha. Yeah. So there was like election day. I had voted, of course. Because I had strong convictions at the time too, and wanted to, had strong convictions. I wanted to get Donald Trump out. I was doing my civic duty. I tried to vote in as many elections as I can, because I think it's really important. But I walked into this theater class, and all of us were just looking ill. Like, every single one of us. Was looking awful, like nervous, terrible. And I remember we were like working on something in the class at the time, just generally. We had a unit that we had been covering. I remember the professor walked in and was like, "Hey guys, today is a stressful day. No matter, and because it was a school day, I had to be careful about dancing around the topic of who they voted for and stuff. But I remember the professor being like, today is understandably stressful. We are going to take it easy today, and then also I really hope that you all take some time to be kind to yourselves today, because it was just such an awful feeling of just sitting there and just watching the count, the count coming in, and just feeling sick to my stomach the entire time. Even though it was looking good, things were going well, but it's not over till it's over. You never know. So we did end up taking it easy in class that day. We didn't do anything too crazy, strenuous, or stressful that we would need to know for the test or anything. And yeah, I just have such a vivid memory of going home that day, and putting down my backpack and stuff and being like, all right, well, now it's the rest of today. And now listen, I in general try to be careful with things that could be considered emotional eating, because food is great and all, but you gotta try and make sure you've got a healthy response to it. Chat, on November 5th, 2020, I went to the store and I purchased chocolate milk and fancy cheese and crackers. And then I went back to my house and I drank chocolate milk and I ate fancy cheese and I ate crackers and I And I sat there in my kitchen for hours doing both of those things and watching the election results. I'm not taking work off on the 5th and 6th NGL. No, it's sheesh. Yeah. Totally understandable, honestly. 'Cause yikes. So I am hoping that I'm hoping that this year goes well. But we're definitely in crunch time at the moment, you know? Like it's the voting has begun, which means that probably any day now, vote counting is gonna start happening, which means that we're gonna be able to start looking at the potential future of this nation and and all the various ways that it affects other people. Yeah, so that's just something that I'm kind of trying to just let myself sit with a little bit, is just the knowledge that listen, this next week it's gonna be fun in a lot of ways. Halloween is coming up. You know, I've got some plans. It's gonna be great and fine and normal. Oh man, I don't know. Oh, sorry, I just had the thought that Tuesdays are like my D&D day. I don't know how that's gonna go. Oh man. Hopefully we work that out. Hopefully that's okay for us. Yeah, there's specifically with the concept of days being hard. Like we can understand that difficult things may be headed our way. But there still is just the fact that it's still gonna be difficult. Like I can try and emotionally prep all I want for next week. And I'm still pretty well aware that it's still just gonna happen. I'm going to have to deal with whatever emotions it sparks in the moment. It's something like that's a concept I've been thinking about a lot, because I've got some unfortunate anniversaries that I think about sometimes. We're gonna start on this next row. We might finish it, we might not, but we'll see. I've got some unfortunate anniversaries in my life of just events that have happened that were less than fortunate. And I know they're coming every year, but that doesn't change. That doesn't change the response that happens day of. It's like I can prep. I can, you know, like think about it real hard. I can try and be try to be emotionally ready for it. But it's so wild that even with foreknowledge, even with preparation, even with you know, even with knowing what's happening, the reaction is still there, and so I know I'm hoping to be kind to myself this election season. Do I want to be doing? No, I want to do this in a spiral. I'll leave that as it is right now because I don't want to take it apart. But I'm gonna spiral this one. Or maybe. No, actually, I like the one we did earlier. I like the one we did earlier where we did do the turnaround. Yeah, I hope that this year, all of us who are living in U.S. America, I hope that we're all kind to ourselves with whatever's gonna be happening, and however it all goes. That's all. Can't avoid having the emotions be present in many ways, so at the very least maybe we can let ourselves have it. That's all. And I don't really necessarily know how super to move on from that thought, because it's kind of a heavy one, but it is something that has seriously genuinely been on my mind, is concept of all of that. I'm trying to decide, should I be on evens right now? No, it's probably fine. Hope that we're kind to ourselves. Oh man, I don't even know if I'm gonna stream that day. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'd like to, because that seems like a silly reason to not do it, but I don't know. We'll see. Gosh, I want to move on from the conversation, but now I'm thinking about it. Truly tragic that they would do this to myself. Can't believe this, honestly, that they would do that to me. Cringe. On the plus side, this copper placing is legitimately almost done. I've got this inventory's worth and then a little bit. That's not going to carry us through this entire layer, I'm pretty sure. Because I think I've been running about 2 boxes, or sorry, no, 2 full inventories at least per layer. And definitely, I'm not going to have that. Not going to have 2 full inventories here. So I might get most of the way done. But I don't think I'm going to make it all the way. I don't know, we'll see. Oh yes, no, it does make sense that I'm on odds because I did the one at the side there, but then 2 up here at the top. Okay. I have figured out the math, and we are within reasonable boundaries. Doing my best, Chief. Good, good. Honestly, good for you. Straight up, legitimately. Sorry, I've got a little thing. During school, I studied a little bit on the actual effective praise as a teaching method, and I came up with results that basically amounted to, yeah, praise real good, and if you want to praise effectively, you have to get over the idea that something has to be excellent to be praised. So in just my personal life, and also with like teaching stuff, I've done my absolute best to kind of even just praising efforts on things, but that does mean that sometimes you guys will just say stuff and I'm like, yes, good, fantastic, and I'm like, oh, I hope I'm not being overly aggressive with that, but we stay a bit silly with it. No, okay, so that is something that I am genuinely really passionate about from my research, where because the thing I wanted to study about was that people are always like, oh yeah, you know, praise is a really effective like tool in helping teach people things. So you're gonna want to make sure that you know that if you're teaching people that you use a healthy amount of praise with it. But no one ever like talks about how to do that. And people are always like, yep, make sure to praise them. But there's never like specific tips and guidelines on how to do that in an effective way. So it's a thing that I was like, maybe I should do a little bit of study on that. Yeah, just the idea that things don't have to. Blushing, giggling, saying, "Oh shucks," and other such explanations. Good. That's the intended reaction. Yeah, I feel like there's, particularly in the Bird Dog Gifted kid side of everything, there is that feeling that something has to be exceptional and excellent to be worthy of praise. That you know, you have to perform well to do something that's worthy of that. I would very humbly like to suggest that maybe performing to expectations is enough. Maybe doing better than the last time is worthy of praise. Maybe trying at all is worthy of praise in some cases. I don't know. But just it doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be the best anyone's ever done it. It doesn't have to be, yeah, honestly, it doesn't even have to be better than the last time you did it. Just how are you supposed to want to do anything if no one ever tells you good job for it? I'm so serious about this. Like some things, yeah, you just gotta do, but isn't it always easier if someone tells you good job at the very least? And after all, why not? Why shouldn't we provide a little motivation for everyone? That's something to think about with the concept of quote unquote not praising allies for doing the bare minimum. Because on one hand, like, I get the intended concept that that, you know, supporting queer rights should really be kind of the bare minimum expectation. But also, I feel like it's evolved kind of into a whole thing of like, well, if it's just the base, if it's just basic expectation, then that means that that, you know, I just don't have to worry about it if people are doing it. And it's like, no. Like, as much as we hate to admit it, queer rights are very much still like a battleground, and having any allies at all with it is pretty epic. And the thing about allies in anything, like not even just queer allies, is that if you want to keep them around, you have to treat them nicely, or at the very least treat them in a way that makes them want to stay. So it's a little, so to me the sort of me trying to formulate my thoughts as I'm trying to say them aloud, the sort of disgust and I don't know, yeah, honestly, just the disgust that people display with the am I expected to praise people for doing the bare minimum, to me seems very, very counterintuitive to the idea behind it all of just how of trying to keep together a coalition. You know, people aren't going to want to be there if they're treated badly, and sure, yeah, having everyone just support queer rights unconditionally would be great, but like I said, sometimes people do deserve praise for meeting expectations. Being praised for things makes people want to keep doing it. And I'm not saying it has to be like effusive, over the top, like, wow, oh my gosh, you're the best person ever kind of thing. Like, that's not that's not it. That's too much, admittedly. Like, I think that's pushing the envelope too far. Like, I don't know, maybe we can be nice about it. Like, hey, I really appreciated when you, like, I don't know, when you posted trans rights on your Twitter profile. Again, not like crazy over the top. This is, oh my gosh, this is the best anyone's ever done it kind of stuff. But I just think we can be nice about it and say things that encourage people to want to continue to be queer allies. Call me crazy about that, but I just think. Do I have corn? I wish I don't have corn. I should make corn. I want corn right now. I love corn so much. Got him. All right, folks. Cowboys up and handled. There's probably something to, like an ominous bottle or something. I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I've got some strong feelings about how the way that not praising people for doing the bare minimum has turned into a sort of antagonistic disgust about expressing approval for queer allies. And I just don't think that's right. Chief, that ain't it. That's not behavior conducive with encouraging continued support. Bit funky, bit weird is all I'm saying. So yeah, we're definitely not finishing out this row. These two layers. We're definitely not finishing these layers. I might get a couple more rows of this done. A couple more of our ups and downs and whatnot. Neat. Oh man, chat, this has been so much copper. I think that this might be the most copper that we've had in a trip. Finishing my community care course, you're literally correct. Yay! I'd love to be literally correct. I think being literally correct is maybe my favorite state of being. What if we were... Well, we were nice to each other, sorry. Radical thought out here, but what can I say? I'm a radical. I'm crazy. I've got weird ideas. I think it's so interesting that I've avoided that ominous bottle so many times. Sorry, I'm in the copper haze, maybe for the last time, but I have to keep community cohesion now. We literally have to keep community cohesion. What? If we don't keep community cohesion, we're making ourselves vulnerable to antagonistic outside forces. It's like herd immunity, where if everyone gets vaccinated, that supports the most vulnerable members of the herd. If we keep community strong, that keeps safety nets and care available for the most vulnerable members of our population. And that's it. That's the copper for this trip. Infighting is stupid. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Infighting is literally so stupid. Oh my gosh, but on that on that pleasant note, chat, look at this. Look at all of this. Look what we got here. When we came here, the top rows hadn't been done yet. We hadn't done like any of this. This is so much copper. Let's take a look at our stats. How much we've placed down. Yes, we're at 166,255. The number isn't exact for the copper here because I've placed copper with some other things, and then also I've misplaced blocks and had to break them a couple times. But it's looking a lot like we've just got about 100,000 copper left to go. Let me see how many stacks that is. 100,000 divided by 64, 1562 divided by 27. That's 57, about 58 shulker boxes worth. Chat, that's very doable. That is very doable right there. That's, what, maybe 3-4 more mining trips? All I'm saying, we're getting kind of close. I do think that's probably where we're gonna end the stream today then. Here, I'll look at it from the bottom first. That's where we're gonna end the stream for today because we got him. It's really shaping up nicely. I'm enjoying the way that the stepped pattern has been developing with it. And yeah. We'll go ahead and end out there. Thanks everyone so much for coming to the stream today. I hope you had fun. Huge amounts of copper have been placed, and that means that we are now free up to go talk to my girlfriend tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna be at least, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I think my doctor's appointment is early enough that it's not gonna be an issue. But tomorrow, stream, if the stream ends up happening, Slay the Princess. And then Friday, again, I think I've got things scheduled early enough that it's gonna be fine. But I might not be there, but that's probably also gonna be Slay the Princess if I am there. So everyone, take care of yourselves. Make sure his girlfriend, yes. Yeah, I love my girlfriend. Okay. Make sure to drink water, get some sleep, take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves in the upcoming week. It's been such a pleasure and delight being here. I'll probably be back tomorrow. We'll see. I'm currently streaming Tuesday through Saturday, starting a little after 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, thanks everyone so much for coming around. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.